If you have less than $1,000 in your bank account, listen carefully, because this might be the most important message that you're going to hear all year. Based on the stats, nearly 60% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. It's very scary to them and to their family, but in reality, money is really not an issue. It's really the mentality. I was in the same boat back in 2014, 2015, and I had such a struggle to really turn my situation around. And there are 4 things that I did to totally transform my financial situation. Time is already taken. You need to decide whether or not this is going to continue becoming an issue for you, or you're going to overcome that situation. I want to challenge you to think differently today at the end of this video, because if you don't change it today, next 3 to 6 months might look the same, next year or 2 might still look the same for you. And the question here is, are you willing to settle? Step number 1, you need to change your mentality. I'm not talking about the motivations and all that stuff. I'm talking about the urgency, the priority. You're broke, it's not because you have money problem. Money is the symptoms of everything that you do. Okay, it's an urgency problem. In your vocabulary and with things that you're saying, you're probably saying a lot of things that,
hey, I'll do it later. I'll think about it for a couple days.
Liar!
And you actually never execute it. The only way to break through that pattern is that, how can I do it now?
Everything in life that's hard is just a series of things that are easy. You just have to take that first step.
You've been in that waiting mode for way too long. You have allowed yourself to create that habit for so long, and you're so used to that. Every time that you're facing a bit of a difficult situation or stressful situation, you default into, let me wait a little bit, let me sit through it. But in reality, you're just shutting down your mind. And how I truly address that issue is that I really need to start freeing up my mental space so that I could handle that situation, and that is not waiting. That actually started with your body movement, and let me explain about that. If you started actually taking care of your body, it starts with 10-15 minutes walk, push-ups, squats and all that stuff. Your body movements will really start resetting your mind, and this is something that I didn't realize that has so much impact on how we think and how we process the solution. Every time I focus on my physical condition, I always notice my mental space gets a lot more clear. This is really, really interesting, because you're basically changing the chemistry in your mind that will allow you to start being a little bit more productive. So always prioritize that. Always go for a walk. Always try to go for a bit of a run, sweat a little bit. Do something with your body before you start your work. And number 2 is that while you're working out, while you're cooking, while you're driving, whenever you have a little opportunities, make sure you replace your music with podcasts, because this is a time where you can unlock that awareness from where you are right now to other environment. The moment that you started allowing that kind of stimulation comes in, it really activates a different thought process, and this will allow you to quickly grow out of your current perspective. These 2 will be the foundation of how you can quickly change how you feel on a daily basis. And more importantly, you're going to have way more strength to be dealing with the financial stress. One thing that's really important to know is that momentum doesn't start with money. It actually starts with movement. You gotta break your pattern. You gotta start moving differently.
If you feel stuck in life, you need to hear this quote. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten.
And this is how you're able to start attacking or be more equipped to handle the financial stress. Step number 2, learn how to sell. The moment that you started thinking things differently and start absorbing different information, sales, aka your offense, is going to be your best defense for your current situation. Because the moment that you know how to sell yourself, sell to a customer, or products to a customer, you can literally start making money anytime, anywhere. And at this moment, you're not trying to get yourself educated for a long period of time. No degree, no license needed, and definitely no excuses. Every successful person started with selling themselves really well, selling the vision, and then getting people to actually pay for certain things that they're offering. It doesn't matter what kind of financial situation you have right now, there's gotta be a skill set, the time, service that you can offer to other people in exchange for compensation. This could be cleaning, landscaping, anything that's labor intensive. This could also be marketing, consulting related type of support that you can offer to other people. In real estate, sell the opportunities. Guess what everybody wants? Real estate is my industry, so let me give you a couple of different examples. If you started paying a lot of attention to the neighborhoods, you're going to see properties with overgrown grass, maybe property in a very distressed state. This is where you can start connecting with motivated sellers. And once you have the motivated sellers opening up to you, sharing their time frame on selling their properties or needing the capital for their property, this is where you can connect them with other investors. And right there, a lot of times people will be paying $10,000, $15,000 assignment fee for your service by bringing the right deal to them. And this is a stuff that you can quickly increase your income potential by connecting the dots. And even if that doesn't work out, you can still bring this contact over to a realtor, a mortgage broker, and see if that could be a good fit. And if it is, you're basically getting a bit of referral fee. So there's so many different ways that you can actually earn a bit of income just by connecting the right people. But you gotta learn how to sell. Solve people's problem and money will follow. And by the way, that's exactly how I started. I used to own a couple of student rentals. I knew exactly what landlords wanted. So I started offering my service to all the out-of-town investors, because these landlords, I always know that they need cleaning, they need tenant placement, they need property management, they sometimes need a bit of project management, coordination with the contractors. And this is how I started started offering my services out to all these audience, and this is how I'm able to increase my income after I quit my engineering job. And honestly, sales skill is the foundation for every business that I build later. Step number 3, you need a new environment. You need a different stimulation. Find a community, find a mentor that has done what you're trying to do. This is the part where you can start seeing the shortcut. You will know exactly how to sell better, handle your fulfillment better, speaking to the clients a little bit better. Because at the end of the day, you won't be able to ask a lot of questions that are out of your current knowledge base. Your awareness is right here. In order for you to really break it to 10, 15, 20K per month income, there's a huge gap in knowledge, awareness that you still don't have. And not even being able to ask the right question becomes a big bottleneck. So if you have a mentor or someone who's already ahead of you, this is a time where you can have someone guide you through the entire pathway or journey with clarity. And the moment that people focus on execution, things typically will happen a lot faster. It's all the back and forth thinking, self-doubt that really slow down the process. And this is exactly how we helped Jason to acquire his very first duplexes that produces $700 cash flow in literally just 3 months. And Trang, a single mom who wanted to use real estate as a vehicle to not have to go back to a corporate job, we helped her quickly set up the investment property using Bird Strategy in Airbnb as a way to generate active income. She started earning over 100K per month in total revenue in less than 3 years time from working with us. And by the way, she's also a coach right now for our community. Step number 4, you gotta also have the financial discipline right now. And this is not a time where you try to control your spending, investing, all that stuff. You gotta find a way to automate everything. You need to track everything. Every single penny that comes in, every single penny that goes out. If there's a high interest loan, this is where we need to try to get rid of it. And we need to start building your emergency funds and all that stuff. Track everything that you're doing. And honestly, this will give you so much clarity on what you need to be doing in the next few months. And this is also the time where sacrifice might need to come in, because you might also be seeing the cost of your lifestyle is just way too high, where you need to kind of bring it down a little bit and slowly create that financial nest for you and your family. And here's the truth, it might take you 3, 6, or even 12 months for you to truly see the result, but a lot of people give up in the first 30 days simply because they're expecting an overnight success. And this is probably why you're in the current position that you're in. So start breaking your own pattern. And if you want to know exactly how I transformed my life in just 1 year using real case examples, give this video a watch.